to Conversations Coffee featuring Byron Jamal. So, Brian, tell me a little bit about yourself and what got you started on your entrepreneurial path.
Absolutely. Well, I am a former pastor turned love coach and author and speaker. I love, 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 love. And that is the crux of what I do every day. I actually got started because I was a suicide survivor as a teenager. And
Wow.
after that, I realized the power of love. And becoming a pastor, I counseled so many people who are going through so many difficulties and challenges in life. And in that moment, I realized that I needed a space to be able to help people on a larger scale. The church was definitely very limiting in a lot of the religious orthodoxy and rules and regulations. And so the type of people that come to me now are very disenfranchised. And I'm very helpful. I'm very hopeful that I can help even more people as I continue this journey along.
That's cool. That's cool. That's real cool. Actually, both our paths are actually very very similar. Um, Not for the pastor wise, I never had a desire to be a pastor, and I give you guys full fledged honor and praise, because that's a job. It's definitely a job, and it takes a lot. But as far as like helping out the youth and stuff like that, I've done that for years. So doing things to that nature actually that's like fulfilling to me. So, with Conversation is Coffee, I use this platform to actually help new entrepreneurs like youth actually, help them start a business. A lot of people
Awesome.
haven't even thought of that. Like, hey, if I have this young person that's 15, 16, 14 years old, how do I get them started on entrepreneurship, right? That takes
Yes.
funding. So I took on a project here recently, and I actually got one of my neighbors next door, across the street from me. I was able to actually help him out, and I got him a lawnmower, and I got him a weed whacker, and some other tools for to start his grass cutting business. I mean, he's 14 years
Yes.
old. Why not get him started young? I started young, so I feel like if we don't help them get started now, ultimately they're going to believe going into college is the only goal, and my goal for youth is post secondary success above anything. When you have post secondary success, it doesn't necessarily have to be college, because it wasn't for me originally. It was what was it for me? It was going to the military. So I went to the military for 9 years, and then I went to college, and then now I'm doing this. So yeah. So for your brand, right? So I know you're an author. I know you have a YouTube channel. I know that you're a love coach, which is phenomenal. So, what is up and coming for your brand?
So we have a few things that we're developing right now. I have a Love Heroes community that it's a safe space for everybody on the six phases of love, whether single all the way to divorce, to come in and talk. But I also have something brand new that's coming up, actually starting next week. Our first masterclass for Mogul in the Making.
Okay.
It's a community for professionals to look. I've worked in a lot of different industries.
Yeah.
Even before I was a pastor, and during my time as a pastor, I was still an advocate, an activist. I worked in entertainment. I've worked in hospitality. So and in politics, and in all of that time, I knew it was free on site training.
Okay.
There were mentors available. Everything was accessible. In the entrepreneurial space, we don't have access to that. We have a
Yeah.
lot of people who have great courses that you got to pay for, great information that they want to share, but it comes with a heavy fee. We just wanted to create a space that allowed people to get information and find a community of mentorship and collaboration that didn't require anything. And so that's what Mobile in the Making is. We have our first masterclass on Wednesday, the
Oh wow.
19th of
That's
this month.
phenomenal. That's definitely phenomenal. And again, we have some similarities there, right? Because the platform that I utilize, which is Conversation is Coffee, is to expose the urban entrepreneur, and help get their service, their product, their good, get everything, whatever it is that they have, get it out there, so that the masses know exactly what it is that you're doing, and how you're doing it, and then you have the other sector of it, actually educating them on how to maintain and how to really bring those things into manifestation and keep them going. So
Yeah,
that's actually phenomenal. That's
brother.
good. That's good.
You
So
too.
uh, one of the other questions I have for you is, so how does someone get in contact with you if they want to contact you for anything? I mean, you have a lot of different I guess you can say a lot of different things going on right now. I mean, you're like a multi entrepreneur. So to get into any one of your different facets and like say for instance for love coaching, I mean, I might contact you for love coaching. Honestly, I'm not going to tell you no stories. But you know, for anyone that knows me,
I've
they
heard them all.
understand. They understand. And for that, I mean, like, how does someone actually get in contact with you and kind of get a feel, get a gist of okay, this is a service that he provides, and he can actually help me out with this.
Yes, I'm actually one of the easiest people to find. I realized as I've tried to get help from other people throughout the years, I realized that I'm actually pretty accessible. I'm on every social media platform that seems logical for me to balance right now, which is Twitter,
Okay,
Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I do a little bit of TikTok, but I haven't really gotten that in just yet. So I'm
TikTok
right
is
on the
hilarious.
huge cusp of that. And then I have my website, which is probably the main place to actually reach out, but that's byronjamal.com. Very easy to find on there. I have a lot of information about what I do and who I am and how I do it. So yeah, definitely easy to find me on my website, but Byron Jamal will take you anywhere you need to go.
Okay. And also, I'll have all of that stuff listed in the description below. I already got everything. So once this video concludes, I'll have it down there. Everything will be in there, and everyone will be able to contact you and utilize your services. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yep. So, getting more into just diving a little bit deeper into the love coaching. So, not to give out your recipe, so to speak, but what exactly would you say? Would like what would be like a start, middle, and end of a session of love coaching? Like what? Because if I hear love coaching, I'm thinking like, oh man, like what movie reminds me of love coaching? You know, what can I correlate with love coaching? So if you wanted to give someone like an example of what is love coaching and how does that service how does that actually how is it helpful to people? I have an understanding, I think, but maybe you can educate me as well.
Absolutely. A session is very easy. It does. I'm an author as well, so I do have a introduction, explanation of the thesis, and a conclusion that
Okay.
is succinct. So the introduction would be the centering model that I've created. It encompasses a series of breathing exercises, affirmations, prayers, and statements of fact, as well as big wins and speaking positivity into your life. Then we shift into what is the big ask for the day and what is our focus going to be during the call. And so we go through, normally I have several goals that a client would have already listed out. So it would be up to three typically at one time.
Okay.
And so talk about where we are on those goals, how we progress, how we've regressed. Normally there's progression though. And
Yeah.
we would talk about what the next level looks like. And lastly, we would wrap up with what we're going to do with some homework. I always give homework because homework is necessary. Something that I'll give you an example of one I gave to a young lady who wasn't doing a great job of really networking, connecting with those close in her life. I had her throw a small, intimate gathering, 10 people or less, and she had a movie night with her girlfriends. And they didn't do any talking about business work or anything like that. And what it showed her as somebody who was more reclusive was how to engage so that when she actually got in the situation where she was going to go on a date, she could begin practicing those social skills again with her friends.
Got you. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. I actually have a few people that you probably need that same what do you call it? That same class. So
It's so
unless you
easy, but it
have,
works. It's just
I'm
the
sorry, what was that?
simplest thing has the biggest impact for everybody who is looking for love at every phase of life. It actually is what I call now that somebody else said this, so I'm stealing it. It's my new book Bible, if you will, because it follows you from your single phase of life all the way into marriage. And if you happen to enter into divorce, it takes you there too. You can get a little bit of help on every level. It also gives my secrets that I normally share with clients when it comes to the art of love. So all that's in there. Check that out on my website as well.
Okay. Make sure you guys check him out as well on YouTube. Like again, I'll have all of his social media platforms on the actual site itself. So when you check out the description below, after you subscribe and hit the like button, go ahead and check him out on YouTube. Go ahead and purchase that book. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really, really good one. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys. Peace.
Thank you so much.